Today we're doing a gap filler on a good buddy of mine, and he's got an anime sleeve going on. The main feature of it is going to be Eren in his Titan form from Attack on Titan. I just personally finished watching it too. He told me that I had to in order to prepare for this tattoo for him. We decided to add a little bit of like a Pokemon flair to it, so we're doing like a very creepy looking Gengar, which I'm very stoked on because Gengar and the rest of the ghost Pokemon were always my favorite ones. I love a lot of anime. I really grew up on like Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Digimon. List goes on as you get older and stuff too. I was a super awkward kid, so sometimes like being really social wasn't really the scene for me. So I'd find that I just kind of like hang out at home, watch a few shows, or just like play a bunch of Super Smash Bros. And video games. Growing up, I found that I was really like the big artist kid in the family and at school. That's kind of always the path that I wanted to take, and it's really funny now as I've grown up, like I'm having more family members come out of the woodwork reaching out to me. I had a cousin in Australia reach out to me the other year. He's a really big comic illustrator now. He does a lot of work for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it was really cool to have him reach out and be like, hey, we've never met each other, but I'm your cousin from across the globe, and we're both kind of weird artists, and it was really cool to kind of have that moment and connect like that.
Is it feeling okay so far?
Yeah. I went to college for graphic design. I went to like a local school. A lot of my professors would always talk about, this is what it's going to be like in that industry. And it never really fully resonated with me. I always wanted something that was a little bit more connected to my traditional artistic roots. And that was sort of around the time I was maybe in my like very early 20s, I started getting tattooed myself, and I had a lot of friends that were in the industry, so I found myself hanging out more in tattoo shops. And I was working as a full-time graphic designer originally, and hanging out in these tattoo shops really gave me a taste of an environment for artists that I could, at the end of the day, really be myself and enjoy doing a lot of the work that I liked doing. My first tattoo design was a Japanese peony flower. One of my good friends at the time did the tattoo for me, and I had to do a lot of kind of like sneaking around to get that tattoo. I was very upfront about it with my parents. They had a little bit more of that traditional mindset where they were like, you want a tattoo? Like, you a prisoner or something? They came around to accepting it. I remember walking up to that tattoo shop and feeling really nervous knowing that I'm gonna make a decision that's gonna last the rest of my life, and I brought my best friend along with me, and I remember standing in front of that tattoo shop thinking like, I don't really have to do this today, you know? Like, I'm gonna go through a lot of pain. Is it worth it? I could walk away right now. And then I decided not to, and getting the tattoo and laying in that chair and just kind of like feeling the needle and seeing the process really go down, I just gained so much more respect for it. And I also gained a lot of respect for myself, seeing like I could actually like hold the pain and really just kind of keep my composure. And at the end of the day, I got a really permanent, beautiful piece of art out of it, so it worked out. I went with the old school apprenticeship style. I found that for me, that really allowed me that one-on-one intimacy and like how to learn all the backbone of that comes with tattooing, you know, how to like tear a machine down and take it apart, all the health and safety prep that comes with it. And I had been drawing my whole life, and I'd been doing a lot of research up into them in like all the really cool tattoo styles, but it was really nice to also have that relationship with someone who had been in the industry a lot longer than me, and they could kind of help me like take my art style and direct it a little bit more in a way that would translate better as a tattoo, or that would heal really, really well long term. I find my style is really graphic. I really love things that have those bold, clean lines, like a lot of color, really, really graphic. They're gonna hold their shape over time. I like a lot of things that are very illustrative, and I have a lot of focus on like flow and movement in my piece just to kind of match up with how the body's gonna flow naturally. And if I'm not really drawing my typical go-to, which is a lot of like the Halloween, creepy, gothy, and occult symbolism aesthetic, you're gonna probably find me drawing cute cats. Most of what I do is completely custom and original. I will have a lot of clients that will come to me saying like, I love this character from my childhood, and usually I get such a kick out of that too because I really love a lot of these video game and anime characters too. I grew up with them also. So I'll always try to like draw those characters for them, like, you know, keeping it to the heart of that original style if that's something that they want to do, but I'll like to always kind of maybe put a little bit of a personal touch or flair on it. I think everybody has such like unique and personal reasons for why they want to get tattoos. You'll see, you know, the teenage girl who just became 18 and wants her first one, and she just wants to get something fun and cool. And then you'll also be tattooing grandmas that really want to get something to maybe commemorate their grandkids or their life or their partners. And I think that that's really, really what is so cool about this industry. Everybody lives their own very unique lives, and the art that they choose to decorate themselves with really kind of like matches their own personal unique experience. It could be something that is something like a really deep personal life story to them, or just something that is really funny and resonates with them. This is such an interesting time for the tattoo industry. It's changed a lot even in the time that I've been in this industry, which really hasn't been super, super long. Talking with a lot of my fellow artists, they could like list off how it's changed in so many more ways that I could. But from my own experience and what I've seen, there's definitely so many more people like trying to get into this industry. And I think that's really helping a lot of the art styles grow in a lot of ways. But it does make it challenging too. You know, it's really oversaturated. There's that joke about there's a Starbucks on every corner, but now we're living in a time where there's a tattoo shop on every corner. And that makes it a lot more accessible for everybody, which is really great for clients and really great for artists that are looking to get into this industry. But I would definitely suggest do your research on artists that you would want to learn from. I think it's really easy to just hear a big brand or a big shop name, but I think that at the end of the day, this is a community built of artists, and it's always going to like serve you so much better as an artist yourself if you're going to find another artist that you personally want to learn from, or that you see something in their style that really resonates with you and you want maybe like a little bit of that to show through in your style and honing it. There's always so much more to learn, and that's what I really love about it too. As much as it's easy for me to just say, hey, I'm happy to sit back and keep tattooing, I want to do it in a way that I'm always learning like those new skills or just bettering myself. And when I'm not tattooing, I find a lot of my personal time I'm drawing anyway. If it's not for tattoos, it'll be for my comic that I run with my best friend. And a lot of that is growing in its own way. And it's really cool to see those two loves and like outputs of my art kind of like weaving together, and they'll influence each other, or if I get recognized for one art thing, it will connect in this other way. Yeah. Wow, that's so cool. It's so nice to see it from an actual distance and not like an inch close to it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that shading on the bicep was painful.
Yeah.
That did not feel good.
I tattoo because at the end of the day, it's something that really speaks to like that really creepy, artistic, little nerdy kid that I always was. I always wanted to kind of do something that would really personally stick with someone. And I don't think that there's going to be something that physically sticks to someone more than a tattoo with them for the rest of their life. I think that aside from even the art side of it, I get to really connect with people one-on-one in this industry. I'm a huge introvert, and I think this job has kind of helped me come out of my shell a little bit, and I'm able to maybe like talk with people. But I get to just kind of have these moments one-on-one with people and get to kind of share that that moment with them and learn about their life or why they really want this art piece and how it speaks to them.